This is Talk to Tolu Toro. My name is Tolu Odubanjo. We come here once in a month to, rub minds about what is going on, about our health, about education, different topics. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope they understand. There's a question about football on Sunday. It said, how do you balance your time with attending football on a Sunday with your kids as a Christian who does not play with Sunday church services?
So who doesn't play with Sunday services? The parents or the kids?
The parent, obviously the parent.
Oh, but we've just, I don't know how much I can explain this,
I want to believe, sir, that this boy is a professional footballer. Maybe he's very good.
Let me use myself. If I'm a pastor, I'm a whatever. But if I have a kid that plays football on Sunday, right? If I have a kid that plays football on Sunday, I would not have a problem in taking him to a football on a Sunday morning for many reasons, right? Because there are other services that you can attend. We live in the UK. There's a 2 o'clock service. There's a 6 o'clock service. There are all manners of staff service. There's a way by excluding your child out of that, you probably might be excluding him from many things in the future. So it's not that because I can't attend the morning service on Sunday, then the hell break loose. No, it's a lie of the devil that somebody tells us, do you have to go to church on Sunday morning? I don't think there's anywhere in the Bible that say you have to go to church on the Sunday morning. Not at all, right? So many people do even do church online. So they only go church sometimes when they whatever the things like that. I don't think so. I think we need to be. It is the future you plan for your children, how you articulately, intentionally, deliberately carve out what you do with your kids. Is important. There are churches that they encourage that. Then they have service in the afternoon. You just need to find out what work within. And let me tell you this. As a parent who have brought kids up to age 33, now almost becoming a grandparent, I'm going to tell you this, and please listen to me carefully. Your children and the season of engaging with them is going to change over time. The child that is 5 years old, the way you bring them up and the time you spend and all of that will change when they turn to 6 to 10. When they turn to 13 and they start the teenage, it's a whole ball game. So how you engage, how to relate with them is totally different. When they get out of secondary school and they are going to A levels, it's a totally different parenting. And when they leave A levels, they're about to go to university. Oh my God, that is the most critical. Because all the things that they've not been allowed to do, those 3 years in the university, you are going to see a different human being if you have not built a values in them. They'll just come back from university and say, these are not my children. These definitely are not my children, right? Because you have not built the value. So university gives them the freedom they've never experienced. Nothing. So you cannot be now changing. Now they are formed. That's where the drugs come in. That's when the gang come in. That's where everything come in. That's when they drop out of uni, because you have so much restricted them. Church today, this one tomorrow, that uncle university. They're just free. That is if they go at all. And then they are different human beings when they come back from university, and then it's too late because you cannot parent an adult anymore. So understand that different stages requires different style of parenting. So, and you need to understand that. I mean, when all these lot become ladies, makeup, there's a season of makeup, season of all this work. You have to understand, how do I educate my kids about that? Be open enough. For example, when Elizabeth was having her first boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
and then she came to me. She said, "Oh yeah, Dad, I'm going to tell you now. I don't know how to tell you. I've got a boyfriend." I said, "What's the big deal? You are not gay. We have a boyfriend. That's how it's supposed to be, And then she has a boyfriend. And of course, I did tell her. What did I tell you? The first person.
Oh yeah, it's like first loves. They don't, like 85% don't last.
85% of them don't last. So don't put your hope too high. And then one day she came to me and she said, "Dad,
we're not together anymore."
He left me. I said, "Did I tell you?" I said, "It's normal because your father too have led so many people. Thank you, Jesus. I'm saved now." So these are the kind of open conversation that you have. My daughter, my second daughter, Jackie, she asked all manner of incredible questions. Dad, I'm about to go into this party now. What should I do? A guy is talking to me. What should I say? And it's just a rapport, because you have that open conversation in terms of stuff like that. I tell you this is a very good one. Don't try it, but I did it for my second daughter. She finished secondary school. I don't know whether you remember. And she said, Dad, I like to, as I finish secondary school, whatever, people drink, my mates drink. Well, I like to drink. You know, I just want to know how it tastes like or whatever. I said, you want to drink? She said, yes. I said, let's go to pub. So I took her to the pub. I said, what do you want? She said, my mates always say they drink gin and tonic. So I told the barman, gin and tonic, serve the young lady. So she had it. She said, you, how does it taste? She said, not bad at all. I said, barman, give her another one. So by the time she had about 2-3 gin and tonic, she was wasted. She said, Dad, I'm dying. My stomach, my hand. So I took her home. She slept and she woke up. I said, how did she feel? She said, I didn't know that's how drink is. I said, but if I've told you, you won't hear me. But you can imagine if you've drank this and there's another man there, that's how you will be taken advantage of. Because I said, did you remember what we are doing? No, you are busy vomiting. And I said, what benefit do you get from all of that? And so, but allowing them to make the mistake and being with them so that they learn from it. And then she never forgets all of that. I'm not saying do it, it's just my own style. I like to throw things at them. You want to do it, then do it. I will help you to guide you through. You know,
Wow.
just engagement I have with my children as they growing up. Yeah.
This is beautiful conversation we're having. Thank you so much, sir, for giving, for bringing it home. You are not for me. You are not color coding it. You are not sugar. You say it as it is, and that's what we need as parents. I just want to ask: is there a way you can advise parents? I mean, in diaspora, to relax. As in, what I'm saying is, it's causing misunderstanding. The dad and mom about raising them. How can they be in unity when at that time share experience with us? That things you tell. Maybe the mommy wants Liz to do, and you are like, leave her alone. How can you advise us as parents, sir? So it won't be causing misunderstanding in the house.
You mean when the parents don't they
Agree.
don't agree together?
Yes.
It all go back to value system. I'm a man of values. I live by values, and the value shapes everything that we do. So part of our value is the husband and wife needs to agree what it is when it comes to area of discipline and stuff like that. I think when they were growing up, before they come to me and say whatever, they know if they go to their mom will say whatever your dad says. And when they come to me, I say whatever your mom says. I said, because the kids have a smart way of playing the parents. They are genius in playing their parents. And I think if your value system is to agree, so by the time they see that, they say there's no point in going to meet him, he's just going to agree with her. There's no point in going to meet mommy too, he's going to agree with the dad. I think if you agree on that, you can agree to disagree behind, but right in the presence of the children, I think you must have a clear-cut formative kind of a rule that you follow yourself with. So how do you play that, when you're growing up? You play on your parents, don't you?
Yeah, I used to play on my parents quite a lot actually. But yeah, to be fair, as I got older, especially as I became a teenager, I realized, because I'm a mummy's girl predominantly, I knew that my dad was a lot more a man of the law, so I couldn't really shift him the way that I could sweet talk my mum. I remember, I'll never forget this one time I went to go to a sleepover. And it was like the sleepover of the year. All my friends were going, thinking, oh, I've got to be there. And I can't remember if it's because I told my dad late or something. But obviously my dad's a man of his value. So I said to my mum, oh, there's a sleepover. Can I go? Yeah, in fact, I said it last minute. I said, oh, there's a sleepover. Can I go? Like on the day of, I think. And Mum was like, yeah. Ask your dad though. I said, oh, okay, I've asked him. He said, yeah. I said a little fib.
So nice.
Yeah. She's like, okay, well then you can go. So I'm like sneakily trying to get ready. And then I'm like, oh, Dad, Mum said I can go. Can you drop me? And then I said, no, you're not going. I said, why? Like, what's the reason? And I think you said something like, you didn't tell me on time, and I'm about integrity and value. If you want to ask me for something, you've got to tell me in advance. I've got to know who all of these different things. And you said to me, you could go, but so you learn, I'm not going to let you go this time. And I was thinking, oh, like, this is so dramatic. Like, this is too much. So I go to my mum, like, Mom, this is too much. This is so dramatic. And she's like, no, but your dad has a point. Just learn for this time. Just learn for this time. And normally my mum is like, oh yeah, your dad just be your dad sometimes. But she was like, no, your dad has a point. Just learn this time. I was like, wow. I can't believe this. They were aligned in their opinion about it.
Working together.
Yeah, I guess
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let me quickly unmute Pale and Juliet. You have 3 seconds. 30 seconds. Go on, please. Pale and Juliet Ayola, can you please unmute yourself?
Thank you, Tolu, for organizing a topic like this. Mine is an advice, not a question. I want to quickly advise parents over there, because I am a parent in Nigeria, raising all my children in Nigeria here. One thing I will so much cherish in our parents living in diaspora is that they should please instill our values and culture into their children, so that by the time they will come around, they will not be a different person or strange in their father's land. And I also want to thank Pastor for sharing with us his own experience. I think we will pick 1 or 2 things from what he has shared with us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to you. It's iPhone, I can see. Can you unmute yourself? Thank you, Juliet. Go on. I can see iPhone. I don't know who's behind that hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Good evening, everyone. Just coming back from work. It's quite interactive, yeah. I've already typed my question. I thought you are reading it from the chat. However, I was just gonna ask, is it okay to confiscate stuff like phones from your kids? And my 11-year-old son started to tell me now that, some of my friends are vaping, like when they go to play out. So I'm getting a bit worried about that, but I don't know how to go around it at the moment. 11-year-old vaping, in this country, a lot is going on. So I just want to get a bit of advice around, stuff like that. Confiscating phone, like when they misbehave, as a form of discipline, like a timeout for a short period, and then this vaping issue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me go back to the same thing I've been saying all along. Don't correct from the principle of what, correct from why. So, for example, if you are taking the phones and whatever the accessories from the kids, because of course at 11-year-old, the most important thing to 11-year-old is the phone. So if you are taking the phone from the 11-year-old, just say, give me that phone, you are punished, you are whatever. No. Why am I taking the phone? Not what I am doing, but why? Because you understand that the children that we brought up nowadays, if you remember, they always ask the why question.
Yeah.
Come to church, why? Sit down there, why? So if you don't engage from why, but you engage from what, you are going to see rebellion. So always engage from why. What do you know why I took this phone away from you? Why? So you then explain that I took this phone from you because of this and that and this and that and that. And then if you continue to do that, this is what's going to happen. But for me not to take it away from you, this is what you need to do, not to do that. Now, if you tell your kid vaping is bad, don't ever vape, it's bad people, that you are telling the child what he's already doing. But are you able to sit down with him? Because I'm a parent, and if my son is vaping, I'll just buy all sorts of vapors or whatever they call them. I'll line them and I'll say, come and sit down. Let me tell you what this vape is all about and why I'm telling you not to. Information is needed. When you inform them, you educate them, you tell them why. They are sensible enough to know that this thing, even if they are saying I should come and join and do it, my parents, don't let outside people inform, educate ahead of you. Be the one to inform, educate, and tell them why. So that when they go outside, they'll not be the one telling the people why they should not do it, or rather than join them in what they are doing.